Salutations from space and aloha from Earth, friends. Gemini Brett here in the midst of a Scorpio solar eclipse. Now it's daytime where I live, which of course means the full moon can't be seen. It's opposite the sun, somewhere down there beneath the ground. But just because you don't see it doesn't mean you don't be it. Friends, we measure astrology not from the surface of the earth where we live, breathe, and can witness these heavenly happenings, but rather from the center of the earth. We are measuring our experience of Earth's experience of the heavenly happenings. And perhaps the most powerful heavenly happening is the syzygy, the alignment of the three things: spirit, soul, and matter, circle, crescent, and cross, sun, moon, and earth. New moon, full moon, syzygy, and when they align in such a way that the dragon comes to play, a new moon near enough a lunar node, solar eclipse, a full moon near enough the lunar nodes, lunar eclipse. Now this one's not that near, and in fact there's many people right now on the other side of the world saying, wait a second, this is the eclipse I paid for? Because a penumbral lunar eclipse basically looks like, well, a full moon. But that doesn't mean it's not a powerful thing. And so let's tune into the essence of a Scorpio lunar eclipse. We've had the node slowly regressing through the tropical signs of North Node Taurus, South Node Scorpio for some time now. And they're on their way, as they do retrograde, to regress into the Aries Libra axis soon. We are experiencing our last of these many Scorpio and Taurus eclipses we've experienced over the past few years. And we're reminded, I hope, that we can always change. Though pace wins the race, we must not chase the dragon and do this so quickly that nothing gets done at all. So Taurus reminding us to take it slow, I hope, in that beautiful bowl. The Scorpion on the other side, a sign of great change. So don't fall for that fixed trip, but rather fix yourself to fix the world. Signs of powerful and personal growth. The full moon, this lunar eclipse, aligned to Ariadne's crown. And if you know her tale, she was, well, ghosted on an island by Theseus, who she had betrayed her father to assist. But it's because he had a dream. He had seen Dionysus in his sleep, the great one, the vine, who dies and is reborn every year, twice born Dionysus, who said, get away from my bride. And so Theseus sailed away, but one boat leaves and another boat comes. Have you felt the broken heart? Have you healed the scar tissue so it could be loved again? At their wedding, the wedding of Ariadne and Theseus, Zeus celebrated love by throwing her tiara, the princess, her crown, into the sky. Corona Borealis, the northern crown with its bright gem, Gemma or Alphecca, one of the Bohemian stars, the magical stars of Mercury, which in our day and age projects to about 13 degrees tropical Scorpio. And here we have this lunar eclipse with the moon, 15 degrees. That cross quarter point, that point 15 degrees tropical Scorpio that exists right between the west equinox point, 0 Libra, and the solstice point, 0 Capricorn, towards which Earth's South Pole eternally leans. My friends, like so many other systems of ancient wisdom traditions, the tropical zodiac is a directional device. Signs and constellations are very different things, especially if, like me, you favor tropical zodiac, the directional zodiac, Earth astrology, Earth astronomy. And in our day and age, with Northern Crown quite high and North far away, that middle degrees of Scorpio align to the scales. In fact, there's a beautiful, bright star residing very close to the ecliptic, the path of the sun, and the center of the travel of all of our planets, and the moon, a star that competes for the best star name of all time, and it is called Zubin el-Janubi. But now, Zubin el-Janubi means the northern claw, just as his neighbor Zubin el-Shamali means, well, the Zubin el-Shamali, the northern claw, Zubin el-Janubi, the southern claw. In the day, there weren't scales there. The Greeks saw the scorpion, and another constellation, the claws. When the scales came online, and this had to do with precession and equinox times and thousands of years ago, the scales came round and the scorpion was shown holding those claws. So I want you to feel a scorpion's claws holding those scales. I want you to feel into that with this lunar eclipse. When things are out of balance, when things get too fixed, we need some volatility. And you know, scorpions with their sting can help with this a bit. We see with the Scorpio moon traveling in the scales now south of the northern crown, the reflections of light from the opposite side, sun, who is at the side of Uranus, Uranus connecting the heavens and the earth in that sign, yes. And the sun now, of course, at 15 degrees, tropical Taurus, this cross-quarter point. We celebrate the cross-quarter holiday often at Beltane at May 1st, May Day. But May 5th, typically, depending on the leap year situation, is when we find the sun halfway between the east equinox point, that's 0 Aries, and the north point, that's 0 tropical Cancer. The halfway point, of course, 15 degrees tropical Taurus. It's due northwest from the center of Earth. And that's where the sun is today, with the moon on the exact opposite side. No. 15 Taurus northeast, 15 Scorpio southwest. There we go. Getting centered. Finding the scales, but shaking them up so we can have a truer equilibrium on the other side. And sometimes we're shaken up by beings like Uranus, who says you can change. Even when you think this thing's so fixed, there can be change. Mercury retrograde nearby in Taurus is looking back. Looking back. What things in the past where you maybe felt stuck or feel you've been stuck since then are ready to shift now, so you can reclaim that crown. Or take it off and throw it to the heavens. Find a new way of balance. On the sun's side, we find our star aligned between the celestial ram and the SeaMonster Cetus. The ram is north, and these ecliptic longitudes that we call 15 tropical Taurus in our day and age, aligned with the ram and the SeaMonster. Both of these beings, at least in the Greek myths, and in other places too, speak of sacrifice and the survival of, speak of faith, of reverence as the way. and that these sacrifices are actually initiations and tests. There will be no death, a test of faith. Are you willing to be yourself and trust? And the SeaMonster on the sun side, the scales on the scorpions. So, of course, the Seattle Kraken allowed the Dallas Stars to tie the series last night because this eclipse is about change, but it's also about balance. We love the Stars, but I guess the Kraken, so says the eclipse, must prevail. Time will tell. May this eclipse bless you in great change, and let's keep skating and stay on our feet. See you in space.